Uh, we just have a little bit of time left in this retreat. I am happy that so many of you stuck it out and are here. It was my pleasure to give this retreat to this group, and in terms of a one-day retreat, I didn't think I was up to giving a 3-day retreat online. I think a one-day retreat works well. You have to understand that I'm not going to give you too much time to meditate, because I wanted to give you an important head start on how to practice in the proper way. And in doing that, I think that worked out very well. I gave you the best I have at this moment, and also I tried to encourage you as much as I could in terms of the practice. You come from all over, and I'm thankful for that as well. One thing I think that was a benefit for this pandemic was that it brought us closer together as a community, even though we're from so many different places. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that a lot of you from Michigan also showed up and seen familiar faces and people that are there, and very, very great practitioners. I don't know whether this one counts, Lena, as a retreat, but how many have I done for you guys now?
You mean for local?
Yeah, how many retreats have I done for LBA?
For our group, you?
Yeah.
I think more than like 15 times.
Yeah, I think probably that, or maybe 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It's been quite a few of them. And I also have a soft spot, was because way back where people were kind of wondering what my level was, the LBA group, the Lansing Buddhist Association, accepted me as a teacher. They kind of were looking at me kind of in the beginning like, well, I don't know about this guy. But by the first break, I could see that I had passed the audition at that point, and that I knew that they were comfortable with my way, and it was a little bit different. So I always have this feeling, for Lansing to have supported me for so long. And so on the East Coast, it was Sue Tan that supported me so much. I mean, that was something that was important too, because I was pretty much kept off the Eastern Seaboard for quite a long time. And so when I talk to people who are undergoing similar situations, I just say that, be patient, you're cream and you will rise to the top, it can't be suppressed. So I'm very happy about participating in this. So anyway, is there any last questions? No questions? You got questioned out? Okay, it's good. Again, I say I'm very, very happy to have done this and trying my best to work with you. I've covered this material before, but I've never covered it in such detail as I did this time, in terms of trying to get you to understand that this idea of ekayana, which was the major development in Buddha Dharma, the single mind. And it will do you well to hold this and understand and contemplate this, and it will work for you. Okay, so as you begin to read more and study more of Buddha Dharma, you will find that everything I said will be found in the Buddha Dharma. You'll go, wow, Gilbert, he talked about that. You know, I'm always getting people say, oh, and they'll send me something and say, well, that, you know, that's where I got it, or this is consistent, because it's all in there. We talk about what are called Vayapula sutras, and the Vayapula sutras are sutras that embody the complete doctrine of Mahayana. And so what I'm trying to do is, in my talks to you, is incorporate all the Vayapula from all the different sutras, so that you have this as your background in order for you to practice. Now it's up to you to follow the Buddhas and study yourself of things, and let your heart determine where you start. Okay. But in any case, I always have my Monday night class, so you're welcome to come to that. And then whatever other classes come up. I think, unfortunately, the Washington retreat has been booked, and now I think we got people that'll be like sitting on rocks over there, because I don't think we have the room. But it doesn't matter. We will find a way to accommodate the people. Okay. I'm going to turn it back over to the Changwen or to Lena, so we can begin to close this out if people have comments or how you want to handle that. Where is Changwen? Oh, there he is.
I'm hiding. I think that this part is for whoever want to share the experience of this retreat. So anyone can right now can unmute yourself. So if you want to share anything you feel about this retreat, please just unmute yourself and share.
The sharing is important to me, so I can know how I'm doing, whether it makes sense or what's the confusions, all of those things. So please don't be afraid to talk.
This is Mark. So thank you for your patience, Gilbert. I think I've been practicing 4 or 5 years since I've started. And, you know, I've heard a lot of your talks. And it's a slow ingestion rate. Sometimes you get it the first time, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it takes 10 times. But the more that's assimilated, the more the Dharma becomes like candy. And you want and you consume more of it. You know, and so often I experience everything coming as needed at the right time. So thank you.
Okay, I can share my experience. So I'm very grateful for Brother Gilbert to squeeze in this retreat for us. He is really super busy. And I found out that I was very surprised that the question I asked today, I didn't expect. I really, Brother Gilbert tried to give me the very critical guidance, and it's really a place that where I can break through. So I'm very grateful, and I'm also very grateful for Santa and also Sue, their comment and suggestion. Actually, all of you actually it's a set of teaching which direct point to the place that I need to work on. So I'm very grateful, and also I'm very grateful that so many people from different places, and it's something that we actually are very apart, but the feeling is that we are so close. So it's a very unique experience, and I don't know if we have this kind of experience in the future, but it's very unique, and so I'm very grateful. Yeah, thank you.
No one else?
I want to really thank you, Gilbert, for the wonderful whole day meditation guidance experience. I really so thankful. I also want to thank the Michigan group. I think it was maybe 8-9 years ago that I visited, and it's so wonderful what your group has done. Just volunteers pulling together and creating a whole retreat center. It's so inspiring, and it's wonderful to see many of you right now, and I wish to visit your retreat center again. It's just amazing. I'm very touched by the amount of dedication and hard work that you put in bringing together this wonderful place to practice.
I hope that we'll have a chance in the near future to have them open up their beautiful facility so that we can all go. So it'd be a road trip for all of us, but it would be worth it. So,
You are very welcome.
okay.
Yeah, hi. Wait, let me unmute one of.
You're on.
I know I have. Sorry.
It's okay.
Because I have two devices, I have to turn off one phone before, because echoing too much. But I want to thank Gilbert and of course Nina, and I don't know the other co-hosts. Robert and myself and Mary, we drove to Michigan, participate one of Gilbert's retreat, and we were very grateful for the hospitality that Michigan group. They really were very, very wonderful, because they gave us the bedroom, and then all the members there slept in the living room or, hallways. So, that I learned a lot from that retreat. And also we came back, we said, hey, we can do the same thing. We can sit outside in the garage to have a meal. We don't really need to have a big dining hall. But anyway, I think they have come a long way too. And about today's lecture, I really, really like the way you put it together, Gilbert. I think it like this morning, I say, it feels like you were talking to me. Everything you have said many times. Of course, you asked me if I understand, sure. But it's a very good to hear again and reflect, contemplate. So, you know, it's a continued lifetimes of practice. Thank you.
I want to say something about Sue and also about Lena and Sheng and the LBA group, because when Sue went there, she saw what was doable without having a monastic financial support. And I hope one day Lena and Zhongwen and others from LBA can go to her retreat center. It's very, very beautiful. It's very incredible. And it was something where I went, the first time I went, it was so small and we're all squeezed in, like in one little room in an antechamber to put everybody in to do it. And I told Sue, you need to have a Chan Hall. And then in 3 months, she built a Chan Hall. And just this last week, and this is how everything's created by the mind, I told Sue, we need a bigger Chan Hall because we're going to make it bigger. And in the next day, we ran into the possibility of getting a substantial grant to build the Chan Hall. This is how everything's created by the mind. And she went, well, I don't know, we might not be able to do it, you know, and we were trying to figure out the finances. And then in the next day, instead of getting small amounts, it was a large amount. And so I'm hoping that this will work, but it's absolutely built on the side of a mountain. It's so beautiful in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. And they're just really, really incredible, wonderful place. And the hospitality is the same as in Michigan. So anyway, that's something that I hope in the future you can come, because your group had a bit of inspiration to her to do what she did. And it's just an absolute amazing complex that she's built now. So, thank you. Santa, you're going to say, oh, David, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Gilbert, and thank you, everybody. This actually was the first retreat I've ever been on. And I thought the first one will be in the next couple of weeks. So I guess that's going to be the second one, which I'm definitely looking forward to. And I want to put in a plug for my friend Ian, of course, who a couple of years ago actually invited me to come up to Michigan with him. And he was even going to drive himself and he would take me along. But I didn't feel I was ready or anything, you know. I thought it was just enough to, you know, just listen to talks and everything. But fortunately, all the talks from Michigan were put, you know, on the site. And I just spent so much of my free time just listening to them constantly over and over again that I really felt that I wanted to take the plunge and actually go on a retreat. And so I'm very happy to have been here today. And I'm always telling Ian that every time I listen to these talks, I have to get debriefed for a while. So I'm going to probably spend the next few days really very much contemplating what I have heard and to put it into practice. And I'm looking forward, of course, to the next one to really put in the time and effort and really learn how to, you know, practice correctly. That's, to me, the next step and everything. So I want to thank everybody for their participation today, and I'm very happy to be here. And so thank you.
This is Jing Meyer from Ohio. This is also my first retreat, and I have to thank my friend Jan Chang, and she's also my meditation teacher. She actually brought me into the meditation during June, so I've been following Love with meditation since then. And Jane told me about this opportunity, and she says, "Oh, Gilbert is such a great person, and wow, you." I understand today. I understand why Jane loves Gilbert so much, and his wisdom and his knowledge just incredible. And I'm so happy and for today's retreat. And thanks for Gilbert for your wisdom and your teaching. And thanks for the name thing group and organize this wonderful retreat. Thank you very much.
So I'll be watching Jane to make sure that your progress is steady.
I will follow.
You're in good hands with her. She's a very sincere practitioner. So you have the good fortune to meet her and to practice with her very well. Good. Yulia, you jumped over to the corner. Is you going to speak?
Yes, I had my hand raised, but I think somebody was before me. But anyways, since now you gave me this, I really always appreciate your retreats, your teachings. They are just truly, truly incredible, and they're so deep. And it's just, I feel like I want to follow you wherever you go, honestly. And every time you announce a retreat, I want to sign up like immediately, because this is so precious in my life. And I'm so grateful to LBA, because that's where I met you for the first time. That's where, I saw your pictures, mine looking at mine. And it was like, just like the explosion in the mind. It just drove me crazy until my second retreat with you. And since then, I'm just so hooked. I feel like this is a craving, but I hope this is a very positive craving, which I don't want to go away. So I'm truly, truly grateful for what you do. You have beautiful people around you, and I know all these faces now, and it's just it's really amazing. So thanks for what you do. Thanks for the people that you have around you. Thank you so much, Gilbert.
Yeah, to say that we have an affinity is an understatement. So we've practiced before, so we'll continue.
Please, 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 please.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the LBA leadership, which sponsored this online retreat, which I missed. I should say, in general, I missed the retreat for quite a while. And I know I attended I think couple of retreat guided by Gilbert at LBA many years ago. So I really enjoyed today's talk by you. That gave me a lot of valuable information to keep my my practice going. Hopefully now continuing and get more encouragement, and hopefully, well, I will also find a Monday night time to join your Riverside lecture whenever I'm available. And hopefully I'll be able to see a lot of you, maybe at LBA's future in-person retreat very soon. Thank you.
Absolutely. If you like this, then you'll find the Monday night group is at this level. Okay. And
Yes.
so it just depends on when you tune in what we're talking about it, but it's always something very, very valuable.
Yes.
I also have to give a shout out to Shelly, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here today. She kept emailing me and telling me that that I had a retreat this weekend. I said, no, I don't have it. I looked at my calendar. I have no retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called her up and said, I don't have a retreat. It's not on the calendar. And then she contacted me again and said, you're on for this weekend. Trust me. And I went, no. And then I asked my office and I said, somebody says I have a retreat for this weekend. And my office manager says, yes, you had one. And I asked you, are you going to Michigan? And you said no.
Oh.
So this was originally an in-person retreat. And so she deleted it from the calendar. And
Almost
so, and so as a result of that, I almost missed my own
miss
retreat.
it. Okay.
But this is kind of something that now I realize I have a difficult time with keeping my calendar straight. So I have brought on Esther Leong to help me, and so I hope that she will keep me from not missing appearances that I signed up for. And I just need some extra help along the way. This has been a long stretch of different retreats and lectures that I give, and I don't give show up lectures where I just show up and just talk about nonsense. I don't like to waste my time hearing that. I don't want to waste your time in delivering anything like that. So it takes a lot for me to prepare the lectures, and literally hours to prepare just to give a 1 hour lecture, much less a retreat. So anyway, so I'm hoping she will, if I don't show up the next time, you can blame Esther then. But hopefully I won't miss it. So I'm real happy to bring her on in that way. And then she said, well, what about Senta? I go, believe me, Senta has so much stuff on her plate for me and other things that she would not mind at all. And so, you know, I thought about somebody, but I found Esther to be someone that understands the Dharma. She's a Dharma and translator. And so of that, she can also be a liaison for the Mandarin speaking people from Taiwan. So that's good. In any case, I just wanted to mention that before we finished. Anyone else want to make a comment?
I would just like to, I haven't spoken, I would just like to say thank you very, very much. I was also invited by Jane Chang, who is a friend of mine, and we've meditated a lot together. And I really appreciated, she really spoke highly of you, Gilbert. And definitely, I was really happy that I came and participated, because really you have a wealth of wisdom, and you explain it so well. So I've been meditating for many years and very experiential in the sense of, but the way that you communicated was really beautiful and clear, and really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I really have a soft spot for people who have practiced for a long time and haven't quite had the opportunity to listen to right view in the way that I express it. And because everything that you practiced up to this point, Caroline, is money in the bank. And now you can cash it in, convert it to the proper coin of the realm, which is right view practice. And your meditation is going to take off. Okay, so it's good. So now remember the three sisters, unless you have a fourth one somewhere.
I have to say something. Actually, I'm a beginner myself, but you know, Caroline is my yoga teacher, and then Hua is my Tai Chi teacher. And I remember Gilbert keeps saying that wisdom is more important than those, experience. So then I think that if I know, then I remember Sifu say, you know a little, then you teach a little. So I started to teach them the Tai Chi group how to meditate. And actually, I'm just a beginner myself, but you know, if I can have some influence on them to the right view, then that would be great. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Gilbert. Thanks.
Yeah, I also, she's not here this time. I think it's her name Patricia. That's a Tai Chi teacher, and from there, and she heard my Dharma and just took off. I mean, her advancement was amazing. I don't think she had your experience, but she just took off. I mean, just amazing what she did. as a novice and just sincerely studied right view. And it's amazing what she's accomplished. And she roars probably maybe a little louder than she should, but still not bad. She's practicing and does have a clear understanding of the Dharma. So whoever it is, whether they're experienced practitioners or that they're someone that's new, you can make great advancements with this. And some people were just kind of old dogs that were there and kind of so putzing around with it, like Robert from San Francisco. He really improved greatly. And and I have so many others that follow me, and they really, I'm thankful for them, because that they can they're the ones that will continue on in the future. And so this is the way it works. So I really need to give you as much of the Dharma that I can, so that you can do your own self-study. So I try my best, and I think you can see that there's a sincerity in terms of wanting to present things in the most authentic way. Anything that I say, I don't make it up. It is in the sutras. We just have to kind of dig it out, and you'll see it's there. Okay, Wei Chung.
Yeah, I want to thank the host to organize the event. I really appreciate. Also, I want to thank Sue to actually spread the event information to our group, so that I'm aware. So I want to thank Gilbert, because I think Gilbert is very special, because you have this Qigong background, and I also learn the charm because I started with Qigong. From the sharing, I realized actually there are many practitioners started with Qigong as a kind of introduction, and then gradually evolve into charm practice. The transition from Qigong practice to Chang actually is not quite that simple. That's why I really appreciate Gilbert giving me help when I do that kind of a transition. Whenever you have some comment about your experience and what's the difference, I think that helped me a lot. Just want to mention that.
Good. Yeah.
I actually already sent you an email updating you about my practice, but I just want to say thank you again. I really miss being in a retreat, and every time I do a retreat with you, you bring me new experience or confirmation of my experience or making sense out of my experience. And for that, I'm grateful. And I remember the very first time I had a retreat with you, you kind of tilt your head looking at me. It's like, you are a funny one, aren't you? And at the time, I didn't know what you mean, but I'm just really grateful for you for making me not afraid of the part of me that makes me a funny one. It's like I'm right now that I'm accepting that, okay, I have this strange experiences that most people don't understand. That's fine. Yeah. So I'm grateful for you for that.
Yeah. Shalan, the first time I met her, this was after the retreat. And if you come to LBA for a retreat, you have to stay for dinner because a lot of things happen there, things I don't normally do. And so that's kind of when we tell stories about different things, whether they're unusual stories or show something. And then essentially with her, I looked at her and we had been playing with dancing Qigong, and she's twitching around. And I'm looking at her and going, she's ready to go. And so when she started to do the dancing Qigong, little did I know that she was a Kung Fu master. This is very strange. Those who saw that would be the only ones to believe that she moved like the Zhou Ren Fa, you know, and even the sound, you know, that she made with her hand, so crisp and clear. It was amazing. It was like watching the Kung Fu movie, and that was inside of her, and it just came out naturally. So it's very interesting. Sometimes we don't even know we have these skills. And then she didn't even have to pay for lessons or eat bitter to pick up that skill. But it was very amazing. I wish we had a video of it, because nobody would believe that unless they were there on that day, how she moved. It was very incredible, you know, even going down low and everything, and very amazing. So, but she's also a Buddhist history, I guess, professor. And we've had different times when we've talked about things and experiences and other things that went along in terms of her life and my life, and me helping people with her that are connected with her. Very interesting. They could make for a long novel. But I appreciate her, and again, she is someone that has this incredible potential. So remember, Mr. Miyagi says, your best Kung Fu is still inside of you. Now it's time to let it out. So you need to let out your Buddha Kung Fu. And you have. So thank you.
They actually call me Kung Fu Panda for like 2 years after that.
No, you weren't a panda. Your practice was very amazing that night. So that's good. Anything else? Okay. And then we will close. I need to take a rest anyway. Not that fast, right?
This is really amazing.
Okay.
I
That's
posted
good.
this picture in the chat, so you can download directly from the chat, or I also sent to email to Lina, so she can send it out.
Well, at least that's the closest I've come to making a picture of an ox. I can see where I could make room for improvement. But in any case, that's good.
Gilbert, it looks like a donkey. Maybe you should just call it donkey next time.
No, I will fill out the sides a little bit. But before, when I make the pictures, it looks really bad. It looks like an emaciated reindeer. So this is closer to it. Okay. Again, I thank you all. I definitely need to take a rest. I still have some other things to do tonight. So again, I'm just really thankful for having such great people come to this retreat. It is truly a wonderful gift to speak to you. And it's something that, remember, whenever you are asked about the Dharma, give it your best, but don't be afraid to talk. Okay, just give it your best and it will come out in the right way. There's an esoteric aspect to the practice that's beyond words. And this is what you need to cultivate. You will find it. Just search for it and you will find it. Okay. All right. Best blessings to all of you. May you take this Dharma and spread it so that it thrives in all 10 directions. Best wishes on your health and well-being and your practice. Please keep the faith in yourself. Don't let yourself down. Amitofo.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Gilbert.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Gilbert.
Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Gilbert.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Jane, for bringing a whole gang with
Thank
you.
you, Gilbert.
Santa, as always.
Very nice.
Okay, so take care, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
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 Hi, Dina. I sent you a private message about the.
There's Shelley. Hello. That's the one, Lisha. She's responsible for getting me here today. Bye-bye. Take care now.
Bye.